Just three regular guys with a podcast.
Why is it a big deal, though? Like, I don't understand why. Like, what is...
Because I didn't think you knew anybody.
Who can laugh at each other's expense.
And right there, my knee was just...
Who have the utmost confidence in each other's athletic abilities.
Sub 5.
You're a sub 5 on one of them little tricycles with the little bleep bleep air horns on the...
And whose guests absolutely love joining them on the show.
What are your thoughts on that?
You got some nerve really asking.
The Choopin' It Up podcast starts in 3, 2, 1.
Keeping it up.
Back at it.
Episode 16.
Where did that week go, huh?
I have no idea.
16.
But
Oh,
you
it
haven't
is
even changed your clothes. Have you just been in this outfit
I
for the
haven't
last
left.
week?
I haven't left the
Been
deck.
in that same seat?
Yeah.
I wouldn't leave the deck. It's been beautiful, well, except for the rain a little bit. Other than that, it's been beautiful.
Yeah. How about down the street? The vet got hit by lightning yesterday.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel some... That does not look good right there.
Nah.
Nah.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
What way is it moving?
I have no idea.
I don't know. It's about as dark as me, though. It's not that dark.
Okay.
So
I didn't want to make that comment.
so
I was
it,
gonna
depends,
let you.
it depends on the day.
Yeah.
That's like
Oh, man.
that was like your title thought early in the episode career.
Title.
So,
Yeah, the title that you
Oh,
wanted
yeah,
to come
yeah,
up
oh,
Episode 1,
phenomenal.
yeah.
Phenomenal title, I thought.
it was good.
with. It was good.
So, boys, we're back. How's the week been?
Hectic. The Sixers are giving me a lot of stress.
It was pretty good. Sixers lost game 1.
How is that good? Shouldn't you be like a Sixers fan? Don't you want to see the Hawks get knocked out?
No. I hate the Sixers. Yeah.
I'm a huge Sixers fan. Yes, I'm feeling raindrops too. Huge Sixers fan because we talked about it, me and Tom. 100% live stream will happen if the Sixers play the Nets. If
love that.
Like the Nets are in, the
Yeah.
Nets are making it.
Well, the Nets are
Sixers.
making it. At this point, I don't see anybody stopping them. They just look
No.
unstoppable.
No.
And they don't even have James. That's the scary
No.
part. They don't even have James Harden out there,
To-
and they're completely manhandling the Bucks.
Giannis is the best player on the planet not born in America, and they're dominating him.
Absolutely dominating. We were talking yesterday, me and Tom. Every highlight that I saw from Game 2, right? Kyrie, whether he's like behind the back, step back, drains a three right in Giannis's face.
Right.
Anything that Kevin Durant did, always in Giannis's face. Blake Griffin wasn't able to jump in Detroit. Decides to posterize someone. Who was it? Giannis.
Yeah.
Giannis was in every Brooklyn highlight from Game 2.
Giannis got Hooper treatment. From the sounds of it from Jay last week, that's how Hooper got treated in the alumni game.
Everybody
By
just
Steve,
wanted to
yeah.
By Steve.
go
No,
after
just
Steve.
not everyone, just Steve.
Just
yeah.
Steve.
Yeah,
Oh.
just Steve.
Everybody wanted to go after Hooper.
Yeah.
You might be a hot ticket this year.
That listen.
Yeah,
They'll
big
be all
time.
coming.
Big
just,
time.
Just so they can make the show.
Listen, that's true.
Could you imagine that post-game show? Could you imagine that post-game show?
But that's
We're gonna give out
last
an
week
award
after
who makes Hooper look more of an ass.
last week after
Maybe
Jay,
today's guest will.
last week after Jay kind of let me down. Like I made the decision, will not happen this year. Will not happen.
You're starting training.
Yeah,
I saw you.
Will not happen at all.
will not happen.
You see him box jumping on Facebook?
It took me so much power and energy not to comment on that.
I called him on my way back from the girls' game the other night.
He did.
I can't repeat the comment I had for him, but it was.
I don't even remember
good.
the comment you had.
Was it hard to get off the box with a?
Oh yeah. I think I said yes. It was. Yes, it
Where
was.
this is going
Yeah.
already.
With
Yep.
a Woody?
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
it was. Listen, I make no bones about it. It was a 46-inch box. I didn't jump 46 inches. I jumped about, we know my vertical, 22.
22,
And then
yeah.
I was able to lift my feet the rest of the way.
That's all that matters.
That's it.
You did it.
Looks cool on Instagram, man.
You should have slow-moed it and everything.
I did.
Oh,
The
you
jump
did?
part, yeah. Slow mo.
Oh.
Go check it out on my Instagram. Also,
Makes
while
sense.
you're at it, go follow Choopin_it_up pod on Instagram. You know, that's how today's guest ended up, he DM'd the IG page, and that's how we got on. He said, I would be a good guest because of this, this, and this. I'm like, you're right. Ran it by you guys. One of you,
Why didn't you share us why he's a good guest?
Huh?
Is that a surprise? I don't understand why he's a good guest.
No, he's just like, well, he said, I'm a good guest because I had different experiences with all three of you. I'm like, perfect.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
One of you was okay with it. One of you, yeah.
I wasn't okay with it. I'm going to say that right now.
All right.
But nah, I love that kid. I'm excited to have him on. Do you watch the...
He didn't go to G&M's, though.
No, that's a
True,
letdown.
yeah.
Completely let down. Do you watch the softball game?
Last night?
Last night.
Yeah. Good game.
Who ended up winning that?
Florida State.
They won?
Yeah.
What did you... I was talking a little bit about it. What's that
7-4
crazy stat
maybe?
that they have? Like, it's 8
Not
and 8 in, like, elimination game, something like that? Something crazy like that.
Who?
Florida State.
Florida State?
Yeah.
Yeah, you threw a stat at me. I'm not a softball stat guy, though. I can't remember what it was.
No, but they've been playing some great ball, though. Really entertaining stuff, right?
How about, the two guys from the baseball team. I guess the girls won on Sunday?
Okay.
Monday? When did it? What's even today?
Today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday. Yesterday was
So
Tuesday.
Monday, they
Yeah.
won Monday to go to the
Game that they were playing yesterday.
the national championship series,
Yeah.
right? And I guess they won the game, say 10 o'clock at night.
Mhm.
Two of the Florida State baseball players are like, yeah, let's jump in the car and drive to Oklahoma City. 15-hour ride. They got there just in time for the game last night.
That's pretty cool. I can see you doing something like that.
No shot.
I could absolutely.
I don't
see
like
you
driving
doing it.
anywhere.
I'd do it.
Yeah. How about
Not now.
yeah, no.
15-hour drive straight through. I got to chop that up in 3 days.
Yeah, that's only that's
Make
only
this a 3-day
Yeah.
trip.
it's only if you're
My
going
younger days, I had to done it.
it's only if you're going to Michigan State.
I still even chopped that one
Okay.
up. That was only a 9-hour drive.
How about the softball World Series? How about the girl from James Madison that like literally put their pitcher? I saw the stat on her. She threw what'd she throw? Like James Madison, she won 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
They played a total like 74 innings. She threw 64 of them. She threw over 1,000 pitches in I don't know what the span is, like 2 weeks.
Right.
Wild. And she was the one that made that diving play on the home,
Yeah.
the comebacker home.
Yeah.
I don't want to butcher her name. Odici Alexander. Shout out to her if she listens. I'm sure she doesn't, but if she,
No.
phenomenal.
Now
She
with
is.
softball, is there like
Nope.
a pitch count to an extent for them? Nah.
No.
Because
No.
it's more of like
It's more natural.
Motion.
It's a natural
Yeah.
movement. Yeah.
So.
I mean, they're not.
Do they have soreness in their shoulders, or
Yeah,
is it
more-
more?
So what?
Bicep tendon.
Okay.
Question for you: the pitch count rule in baseball, is that primarily to protect like UCLs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they don't externally rotate or anything. So that's
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Want to give Noah, your brother, huge. He was big.
He's spot
on the Phoenix Suns when he came. That was before the playoffs even started.
How about that?
I think they're coming out of the West.
He made what a call.
Yeah.
What a call.
I mean, I would love that. Brooklyn and them.
That would be
Brooklyn
cool. I
Suns.
would just like to see Chris Paul play in the
Yeah.
the NBA Finals. I think he deserves it. He's had a great career. I'm a big Stephen A. Smith fan, and he said that if
Sorry to hear that.
I know I love him though. If he
Figure
said that
another
if
guy that runs his mouth.
Chris Paul if he wins a championship, he would be in the top 5 point guard for him all time.
Top 5 all time.
That for him. I wouldn't put him in my top 5 all time. It was like Chris Paul at 5. I think he had Oscar Robinson.
So
at,
is it only during the time Stephen A. is relevant nationally?
basically? Yeah.
So what would that be, like the last 20 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, around there. I mean, I would say right now Suns look the best team out of the West. Nets
East, yeah.
out of the East. I just don't see anybody stopping them.
I don't.
No.
I mean,
they're,
you have.
They're your champ.
If they call you up for the game plan on how to slow them down,
They better hire somebody else. They better fire everybody if they're calling me for the game plan.
serious question. Well, I mean, you had it. You
I
gave
had
to
it,
them
but
on-
then
yeah.
I watched them play, and I'm like, oh, my God, you cannot stop these guys.
Real-
and they don't even have
Real
James.
question for you as a Sixers fan: every time Joel Embiid jumps, stops on a dime, goes down. Do you get nervous because he's playing with that partially torn meniscus? Like, or do you get worried because you don't
not
have
really.
a shot? You don't have a shot to beat Brooklyn.
We don't have a shot to
matter,
begin with.
But you won't even beat the Hawks if he can't play. I don't think. My personal.
It doesn't.
It's going to go 6 or 7 regardless. But
at this point,
6 or 7.
wow,
6 or 7 could either or.
You really think so? That's
Isn't it?
disrespectful. But
Hoop's coming at you harder than
I
I am.
know. Wow.
I was going to come at you with the whole.
It's 1-1.
You're telling me I was crazy about what's your boy's name? Curry.
Oh,
He's been playing pretty well.
Right. And in game 1, he shot 5 of 9 from 3, and they lost.
but before that,
You let him shoot? You let him shoot?
I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, I would.
I didn't bring it up last week.
Case in point, game 1 loss. 5 of 9.
But if
What did he shoot last
if you
night?
brought that same stat
I
up
couldn't
last
tell you.
week, because I looked at it, because I listened to the pod the day we recorded, he was shooting horribly. Like he had to
Right.
be shooting like under
It's like
30%
him and Danny
from 3.
Danny
yeah.
Green just switched because now Danny Green can't make a shot.
Yeah.
So frustrating.
But back to Phoenix. Devin Booker, Chris Paul, great.
Man possessed.
Devin Booker.
A man possessed.
And the crazy thing, I'll always go back to when he was
yep.
drafted.
Yep.
Right? He got drafted 13th overall. I don't remember what year it was, but I'm like,
He was a 6 man off the bench for that team
that's
too.
what I'm saying. I'm like, Devin Booker, 13th? We were talking about, here are the guys that he was on the team with. All right, Cat, Carl Anthony, okay. The 2 Harrison twins, who were supposed to
They're going to be all-world.
Yeah, all-world.
They were going to start basketball on
Are they
ours.
even in the
They,
league
no,
anymore?
I think
Exactly.
they have a car dealership in Lexington, I think.
Good
I don't
for
know.
them.
Trey Lyles was on that team. He was a stud in college.
He's dealing blackjack at Mohegan.
He was good for the Jazz for like a
That's
a
my
year
cousin.
or
Watch
two.
what you're saying.
And
Who, Trey Lyles?
yeah. Well, Tyler Eulis was another one. He was undersized. He was
He was
be
on the
tough.
Suns for a little
Yeah,
bit, wasn't he?
He got drafted by the Suns, I think. But
Yeah.
like Devin Booker, 6 man off the bench. I think in Kentucky all he did was just bury threes. Now he's
He's an all-around scorer.
All-around scorer, but
Like
Yeah.
it just seems like he's never off balance. Like he's just always on balance, never in a rush. Like I just think he's such a smooth player. Like he's just
yeah, it's a good descriptor. That's a good way to describe him. Smooth.
yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing I like most about Booker is I think he's as successful as he is right now in the league because he was in that spot at Kentucky.
He didn't have to be the guy almost.
No, it created a sense of urgency for him. Like,
Yeah.
man,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not good enough to play here. I can't
I get what
start.
you're saying, right?
Where you got the Harrison boys, they probably did whatever they wanted in Lexington while they were there,
Yeah.
and then they fizzle out.
Right.
They get complacent.
Yeah.
The thing I look at, and I looked at it because Hoop and he mentioned this to me the other day, and then it got me thinking. And you even look at some Team USA, like go back a couple years, 2016 maybe,
Okay.
right? Just to kind of put it in perspective, who was on the under-18 team, USA under-18 team?
D'Angelo Russell was there, I believe. Or was that a little bit earlier?
No, I'm not asking you to spit them out. I'm saying go back and look, and look at where are those guys right now.
Oh,
Where the
okay.
Harrisons
Right.
were on it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, So which makes me now think, hey, I'm going to watch the 2021 team, your under-18 team, USA.
Mm-hmm.
These kids are getting, oh my God, you're the best kids in the world at your age.
Right.
Are they going to be relevant in 4 years? Where Devin Booker comes through, busting his ass. Like Kobe, obviously why he's a freak, because at no point in his career, even though he was phenomenal the whole way through,
Never thought
did
he
he
couldn't
ever
get any
believe
better. Yeah.
he was good enough.
Never bought the hype.
Right.
Yeah. And shout out to whoever was the person who, I don't know who the Suns GM at the time was. Was it
Great call on his part.
whoever decided we're going to take the 6th guy from Kentucky, 13th overall, because
Well, they probably
we'd
were
see
just
what he-
looking at him. They were like, "We're going to get a shooter."
Yeah.
That's what they thought they were getting. And now look at them. They have
One
of the best, one of the best guys that are under 25 in the NBA right now.
I would actually be curious to look at their roster in 2014 to see if we need a shooter like
bad.
that'll be
They needed
so
heartbeats.
They
So-
needed everything.
so all right, you're going for a shoe. Like if you're a championship contender, think you could be a championship contender, you get a free agent. Like we need a shooter. Like
Do you think they meant, or not meant, but do you think they expected to be in the position that they are right now?
I would I mean
Yeah. I think.
Are you going to draft? Are you going to waste that draft
I mean,
pick to draft a guy who you think is just going to be able to shoot for his whole career and do nothing else 13th when you stink?
But
True.
I think when you go back and look at the development of that roster, I mean, they went and got Ayton.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they didn't go out
They
and try
got Bridges.
to make the
That's
huge
a pretty
splash.
good, like 3-and-D guy.
Yeah, they didn't go out and make the huge splash. They got guys that were going to be reliable. You know, a good bench.
Role players, right?
You know,
Yeah.
and then now all of a sudden you're able to pull a Chris Paul
Because you have
you're
a
able-
solid team
Yeah.
that can.
Again, go back and get your stud through free agency.
Right.
Don't hit your wagon as a franchise to an 18-year-old kid, or 22-year-old kid.
Right.
Yeah, but and Chris Paul too. Like, tons of credit for him. Last year when he got traded right off of the Rockets, he ended up in Oklahoma City as like
Washed
okay,
up. He can't do anything
he's
anymore.
He's an expiring contract.
Right.
No one else wants him. He ends up getting them to the playoffs, goes to the Suns, and now they're literally the favorite. They have to be the favorite. Haven't looked at the odds on FanDuel. You're the big better right now.
I am the
How you
better.
doing this week?
Favorite to come out of the West?
Right now, I would imagine they
Okay.
have to be.
All right.
With 4 teams left.
I'm okay
enough.
right now. I'm down a little bit this week, but
I mean,
I'm expecting something big tonight.
But you had your last $7
I
last
did.
week.
I know,
So
yeah.
you're still in the game, bud. Did you have to put any more money in?
No, I don't.
See?
I
I'm
got
good.
killed on the Belmont.
What do you think of Jokic winning MVP?
Well deserved.
Gabe, you guys know Gabe, my little brother. He's like, how do you
Who?
feel? Yeah,
Gabe? Oh,
Gabe.
yeah,
Gabe.
Okay.
yeah. Just in case listeners don't know,
I think
But,
you're his older brother, right?
I am.
Is that,
I'm washed up.
Yeah.
All right.
But he
You
came
are
up to
Gabe
me.
Tanner's
older brother.
older brother, yes.
Yeah.
He came up to me. He's like, how do you feel about Jokic winning it over Steph Curry? I was like, where's Steph Curry right now? He's like, he's home. I was like, where's Jokic in the
Yeah.
playoffs?
Yeah.
Enough said. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh, I get you.
Steph and LeBron are throwing darts in the basement.
Yeah, right.
How about your guy, your guy, D. Rose got the fan vote.
That
for
was
the
pretty
MVP.
cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
But Jokic, I was actually listening to, we mentioned Stephen A. That's your guy before. I was listening to Skip and Shannon. They were debating, would you take Embiid or Jokic?
I would take Jokic, to be completely honest with you, just because I know he's not going to get hurt.
You'll get more games out
Yeah.
of him, yeah.
Yeah. Fair
And,
enough.
like, his passing ability,
He's a 0.5 almost.
yeah. His passing, because what did he average this year? Like 8 assists? No,
8,
granted,
9. He had
defensively,
not reliable, but he's
yeah.
decent enough where you.
But I think I'd rather take I think I would
But
take
you
the
know,
passing.
he's grabbing rebounds. You know,
Yeah.
he's gonna make the right choice on offense. You know, he's gonna make people better around him.
yeah.
So, I don't. It's a no-brainer for me.
And
And
you're a Sixers
And
fan.
I'm a Sixers fan. I love Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
I think Joel Embiid's the best center in the game right now. When healthy, I don't think there's anybody that could guard him on offense. I think he can. I think he's a defensive stopper. He really protects the rim for you.
Yeah.
But his biggest thing is he cannot stay healthy. He just can't stay on the court for us, and that's my biggest problem with him.
His first, right? He didn't play a game his first 2 years, right?
Didn't play a game.
Because at Kansas he had the foot thing.
He had the foot thing, and then he had the knee thing.
He's been hurt.
And
from
then,
day
like,
one.
So he
last year or 2 years ago, he's on the minute restriction. So it's just been a shit show with him.
yeah.
But who was I about to say? Oh, Jokic is what was he drafted? Like 41, 42?
Yeah. Yeah.
The highest or the lowest drafted MVP to ever win the MVP. I think that's really cool too.
Yeah, and I was saying, so before he really took off, and again, has to be said, Denver is looking pretty decent, and their second best player.
Yeah.
Oh, he tore his ACL 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray would make they might be the
That-
favorite if
who is
Jamal
it,
Murray.
Campazzo? Whatever his name is.
Yeah.
The like 30-year-old rookie or whatever.
Right.
I think he's awesome too. His passing ability and decision making, he's almost like Jamal Murray, except not as explosive and as a fluid scorer as him.
Yeah.
So I mean, what they lost, they kind of gained with Campazzo, but I mean, Jokic is kind of just putting that team on the back. Hopefully, they can kind of steal one in Phoenix, but I just don't see it happening. I see Phoenix holding home court, going back to Denver.
Yeah.
Agreed. So what about I got a text from our guy, our
What?
report card guy,
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
and he told me he was going to be my broadcast partner for the
You
alumni
did tell
game.
me that because I came to you with an idea for the alumni game, your broadcast partner. I brought Jack up.
Captain Jack.
But either or, it could be a 3-man booth. You got 3 headsets up there.
We do that. Yep.
Could be. I think we're gonna make. I think it's gonna be awesome. I think like we're gonna make this the best alumni game ever with the broadcast equipment with the upgrades since COVID. You know, being able to broadcast it, booth, color guys. Like I think it's gonna be. It's going to easily be the best one ever.
Right.
It's going to be the best spectacle.
Well, you don't have any color up there, so I don't know how it's going to be the best one ever.
You better win the game. You better win the player of the game, dude. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be really.
That's going to
fun.
be a good time. That's going to be actually a really good time.
Also,
I really hope you're not on my team too.
me?
Yeah.
Why?
I want to come at your neck.
Dude,
I want to put you.
I've told you this before.
I can't even grab the rim, and I'm going to try to put you on a poster.
I think it'd be cooler if you were on the same team and you went and blocked their shot.
Just not passing the ball the whole time.
Yeah, freeze them out.
I've told you this before. Start to embarrass me a little bit. Come at your knee, bud. I will come at the knee. Which
You
I
can pick. You can go at either one
I
at
can
this
choose.
point.
Yeah, I can choose. Come at it.
I can come at your knee now too, CD.
Which one? It's true. That is true. True. The left one doesn't feel like he used to. Actually, the left one never felt good. So
I'm just glad you never compared yourself to Julio Jones.
How about that on a Sunday?
Big news.
tight.
Big
You-
news.
you-
Talk about
Tom,
guys
you're-
not taking days off.
Tom, you're a big Colts fan. AFC South. Julio Jones now in the division. That offense, scary.
Yeah, that's a kick in the behind.
Big time.
Yeah.
To me too.
That play action is unbelievable now.
Right.
I mean. So okay, you're defensive coordinator. You have to go up against Tennessee Titans. You got Derrick Henry,
Yep.
probably best running back in the NFL.
Right now.
And he can't really catch, like he's not a big receiver, so that makes him even more impressive what he does running the ball. And now you got A.J. Brown, pretty good young receiver.
Yeah.
He had 1,000 yards last year.
Right.
Like, I think he's going to be really, really good. And then on the other side, you have Julio Jones, 33 years old, but still physically just a freak. Like
Julio Jones still a top 3 wide receiver in the league right now.
Who do you chew? Like, how do you stop him? Now I guess you have to hope that Tannehill plays like Miami Tannehill and not Tennessee Tannehill. But
Right. Yeah. I was just gonna say you have to just mix up coverages and try to confuse Tannehill, and hope you get.
lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you load the box though, or do you? I don't even know. Like, you can't put 8 men in the box.
no. I think.
You can't.
My
And
opinion.
then single
you'd
cover the other.
Yeah. Right.
You'd almost have to come down and come out in a cover 2 look, and
Yeah.
just
Kind of just
just
keep
play
playing games. Yeah.
Bring
Maybe
bring somebody down
one
in the box
right.
and
Go cover 1 here, cover 3 here, just to keep mixing it up like you're saying. That's a scary team now. Because they have a pretty
And then-
solid defense too, right?
No, I think the defense was towards the bottom last year. I don't think their
Was it
defense
really?
was, yeah, I don't think their
Oh, I
defense was
thought-
great. But even too unsung, like Adam Humphries is a pretty decent slot receiver too.
Right, he's no slouch.
Like
right.
he's not a bum.
And they don't they have Delaney?
No, their tight end was Jonnu Smith, and he's gone too.
Oh, he went to New England.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think their
Who is their
tight
tight
end
end?
Ferkser or something like that. But
Okay, so nothing.
do you really need a tight end when you have A.J. Brown and Julio Jones?
It doesn't hurt, but
Doesn't hurt. If they had Jonnu Smith, could you imagine?
be a scary team.
It's already a scary team.
Scary
but yeah.
team.
I mean,
Scary hours.
again, Packers. I mean, so you have Julio in your division. I mean, we could have got Aaron Rodgers back if we just traded for Julio Jones. It was a 2nd-round pick. What'd I say? 2nd-round pick?
Is Aaron Rodgers playing yet?
your GM of the year.
No. No, he is not attending mandatory minicamp. So
And he's
that
getting
is,
fined like.
yeah, it'll for the whatever the 3-day camp $90,000. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Congratulations, he's playing in the in that golf thing, the match.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna clean up in that, huh?
Yeah.
What about go back to NBA real quick? Dame. I'm hearing Dame's not too happy in Portland.
Well, they just got rid of the coach.
They got rid of the coach, but I would got rid of the coach too. Like, how many times do you really get the opportunity to go to the playoffs and get knocked out like that too?
Yeah, but how many times? I mean, it's not easy to get to the playoffs every year either.
I mean,
it's not
no.
like he was doing a
But-
piss poor job.
I feel like after Dame dropped that 55 performance that we talked about last week and they lost, he had to be thinking he just had to be in the locker room disgusted.
What else can I do?
Like
What else-
disgusted.
What
just,
else do I do?
Just disgusted.
Do you think he bolts, or do you think he kind of sticks it out now?
I don't know.
I think it all depends on who they hire.
Well, he said that he threw it out Jason Kidd. He said he's a
Okay.
Jason Kidd fan. He would love to see him come in.
It's not a bad one.
That's not a bad guy,
I
but
imagine an interview for the Celtics job as well.
true. I mean, where would you rather go, Portland or Celtics?
I don't know. Jason Kidd, it didn't. I mean,
There's more to do in Boston than there is Portland.
Bring Dame to Boston and put it to bed.
trade him
Whoa.
straight up for Kemba.
yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
No shot. Other news that's not like I heard LeBron's going back to number 6. Is that a real thing?
Yes, that is a real thing.
That's gonna help him.
I don't think it's to help him play basketball. I think it's just more of like a decision.
So he could sell more. So he can get more merchandise checks.
I don't know.
I'll be honest, man. I'm more out of him.
You're done with LeBron?
Yeah. Try not to hate on him. I try to understand. He's a great player. He's this, he's that, but not anymore, man.
Oh, man.
I mean,
I don't know if I said this last week. Did I?
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember where I said it because I went off about it, but he's going to film Space Jam 2 and not playing the Olympics. That's where LeBron's at.
No, I thought he already filmed it. It's coming out this summer, isn't it?
Really? He's not playing the Olympics?
He's not playing the Olympics.
That was what I was.
Oh,
He's like,
that's
I'm gonna go play
horrible.
the Goon Squad. Like,
Right.
Well,
but
that's
like,
stupid.
one, you're making it sound
Don't
like
joke
it's a real
about it.
thing, and two, like, just say. I mean,
Yeah.
you listen. I'll give the guy credit. He's been like that run in Miami, all the finals. He's played so much basketball. But you're entitled to just take the summer off. You're
Sure.
36 years old now. Like, you don't. How many guys
But,
really
like-
played into the Olympics like that late into their career? Like, give the younger guys a shot.
I
Don't
don't
go win
know.
it. Like, he's entitled.
This is probably the last time he's ever going to be able to play in the Olympics, though.
But how many,
So
time,
what
how many
do
times
you
has he
wanna-
played in the Olympics?
Wouldn't you want to win one last gold medal?
Apparently not. If you're LeBron, like, you've been there, done that. Won 3 of them, right?
I mean, he's just done too many things in lately that have been very lazy on the floor.
I feel like he's already.
And I get it. You've got all this mileage on your legs and so on and so forth. Who's played more basketball in the last 10 years than LeBron? I get it. But
I don't know.
when you just come out in a playoff game and don't sprint back on
Yeah, did you see
defense.
some of those clips where he's like arguing with the ref and it takes him like 15 seconds to get into the front court?
Yeah. I mean,
Like laying on
Just-
the ground for a half hour after he got poked in the eye like that.
Right.
But do you guys think that he is at this point? I think he's going to. It seems like he's going heavy into his movie company, whatever. Do you
Yeah,
think he's
right.
already like, all right, I'm starting to
Yeah.
Yeah.
transition.
Yeah.
I want to hang
He's
out so
been-
I could play
as
with my son.
soon as he moved
but,
to LA, made that
So-
decision to go to LA, he was already making those moves.
But I'm saying now, basketball wise, now playing in the Olympics,
correct.
like
And
that's what I'm saying.
And that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like, if that's where you're at, just come out and say it. I'm okay then.
yeah,
Right.
Listen, I'm tired.
tired.
I'm exhausted.
I'm
gonna-
literally just hanging on, so my son could get in the league and I could go play with him for a
Right.
year. Like that's it. Because his son, how old is he? Like a junior?
Sophomore? No, freshman.
No,
Freshman was last year. This was a sophomore, so
Sophomore.
junior, yeah. So he's coming into his junior year.
So I imagine LeBron will set up his contract so he'll be a free agent because his son will get drafted somewhere. He'll be a free agent. He'll go to that team, ride it out, and have a good,
Yeah.
Farewell tour.
yeah.
We're still going to win the gold medal without him.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Would you say, so I don't know if either of you two think going into, like, would you think that he's the best player on the planet or
Not right now. No.
Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant.
Okay, me too.
Absolutely. There is not a question in my mind that Kevin Durant is the best basketball player in the world right now.
Yeah, okay.
Name a better player right now, honestly.
I think Kevin Durant is as well.
There is not one person in the world that can guard Kevin Durant, and he can guard anybody. He can do anything that you need to do on the basketball court.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything. And it's mind-boggling that anybody questioned him. You see that when he got asked that question by the reporter, like when you tore your Achilles back in, was it 2019
That's wild. too.
or 18, whenever he did it? Well, how long ago did he do it? 2 years ago?
2? Yeah.
So 2019.
Yeah, because he didn't play last year with Brooklyn. So
Didn't play last year, and he
The
was
end
out.
of the year before.
Right,
yeah.
at the end of 19.
He's like, the reporter asked him, like, did you ever expect to be back to where you are right now? And he's like, is that a serious question?
Huh.
Like, are you serious? He's like, absolutely, I thought I was going to be back here. I had it in my mind, I had it in my soul that I was going to be, if not back to what I was, better than what I was.
Yeah.
And that's the type of attitude that you need when you go through an injury like that.
And that's wild too, because Achilles isn't like a small.
No.
It's not a small injury to
No,
come back
right.
and be playing like him.
Not when you're 7 foot and
Right,
playing
right.
basketball.
Yeah.
At the highest level.
Yeah. Man, look great.
Yeah, you
But
guys-
Wait. By the way,
You guys
Matt,
handle this.
hey,
I'll be back.
I want to give you a shout out though.
Oh.
Thank you for coming. Theme. Love the glasses.
Oh, thank you.
Love the glasses. Love the shirt with the glasses on it. Great job.
Before I
man.
go, I got to tell you this.
Yeah.
Memorial weekend, my brother went down to Delaware with a bunch of his buddies.
Okay.
And they went golfing, did the whole 9, shoot the shits and whatnot. He said, though, when he's coming into Delaware, he said under his breath, "Welcome to Delaware."
Which brother?
Josh. Josh. He said he didn't want to say it out loud with everybody else because they would have no idea what he's talking about. But
Delaware.
but he said it. He's like, he saw the sign. And he's like, "Welcome to Delaware."
Love it. Love it.
All right, you guys handle this. I'll be
All
back.
right. We're gonna call it a guest, I guess. Give him a call.
I thought you said we had a report card.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna bring
The
up
report card. Give us the report card, Hooper. We've been asking like 3 times right now.
Well, he's kind of hungry, so you know where you should go get something to eat.
Where, Matt?
Southside Bowl.
Thank you, Tom.
It's actually called Eilenhower South.
Eilenhower
now.
South. So what? It's
Eilenhower
G-
South. What's in?
G&M snack
What's
bar.
in? Let me ask the question,
Oh
Paul.
my God.
What's inside Eilenhower South where I could get a bite to eat?
the best effing lunch in town, per his Facebook page, G&M Snack Bar.
You sent us that picture. That food, those pictures looked phenomenal. Like
It is.
They
you gotta follow him on Facebook.
They did, yeah.
Every day he posts what's the lunch special.
Oh, and actually, if you're watching on YouTube, we got the little up there.
Other way. It's completely opposite. Right there. Go there.
Yeah. And tell him Chooping It Up sent you.
Please, guys.
Yes.
Oh, buddy,
Still.
you're making us look real bad because
Real
nobody goes
bad.
there.
Real bad. So, everyone's favorite segment? Broncos report card. Took a week off.
Finally.
Took a week off last week. You know,
He was on vacation.
he was on vacation. We don't get to take vacation. That he wasn't really on a vacation, but hey,
No.
we're back. He sent me
from the pod.
What's a vacation?
sent me a book.
Oh,
Sent you a
God.
book.
This
read.
isn't good.
So, here we go. Without further ado, Broncos report card.
I'm nervous about this one.
Good evenings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the one and only Seggy of Chooping It Up. Sorry about last week, but let's get back into making fun of Hooper. Broncos report card, same thing. This sucks.
This is awesome.
Hooper made a sweet promo, worked hard to make the new set great, but failed on the tech side as usual. God damn. But as they say,
Your dongle.
you reap what you sow. And Tom and Tanner, you chose this life, now deal with it. But overall, my little SH stepped it up, I think, this week, and I'm not going to crush him too
My
hard.
little SH.
The promo was cool. I'd love to see more of that kind of thing.
Wait, time out. Does he mean my little Steve Hooper or my little shithead?
I don't know. Could be either.
Shithead.
He'll clarify next week, I think.
Okay.
You found something you're good at. Stick with that. Leave the jokes to people who are funny. So, Hooper, I'm going to give you a B this week. Great job.
Whoa, that must be your highest grade.
Tom looking all fly on the deck like that grass wouldn't stand a chance with him and his mower. I did watch some on YouTube. I love the look. Steady as per usual. Tom, you really are a good interviewer. I think it comes from being around the guys so much. I really want to see you guys get someone you don't have a close relationship with and see how that goes. So, Tommy B. Hamma, you also get a B. Is that how you would say Hamma? Hamma?
Yeah.
Hammer.
Okay. Matthew, you continue to excel with the guest, but your lack of flower print sickens me.
Sickening.
I expect more from you because you've shown you can. Without a doubt, you had an A lockdown. Your basketball breakdown of the playoffs was solid, but the new coaching stuff was good. But you came dressed as a normie. C-. Step it up.
I'll take it.
All caps.
I deserve that.
As always, the pod comes on at a solid B+, despite what I felt was a slower start. Jay opened up way more once you got him going. Didn't mind Abda Duke and jabbed a little. I chuckled at Jay's stories when it came to that, but once again, I believe you guys have elevated.
Yabba dabba doo.
That was good. But I still see no progress in making the show better. It's been 15 episodes, no
Wow.
new segments added, no new sponsors. The question is Choop Sports getting stale? The answer is TBD. This has been Runko's report card. Take it
Like
home to your
always.
parents or legal guardians. Have them put your old John Hancock on it and shove it up Hooper's candy ass.
Jesus Christ.
That was a good
I
one.
love Hoop.
That might
Hoop.
have.
I love Runko.
That might have been the best report card to date.
He deserved that. We deserved that one after his fiasco.
Yeah,
Right. I give him an A. I give him an A on the report
that
card.
was a great one.
I'll give him a solid A. Actually, let's go B minus. There's always room for improvement.
Okay.
B minus.
Okay. Runko, keep up the good work. Man.
Remember, I said A.
Yeah, me as well. I agreed.
You can remember it.
Just keep up
Write
the
it
good work.
down. Do whatever you got to do.
Turn that sumbitch sideways. A little let down that he forgot that. He was going rock style there and forgot to turn that bitch sideways. Sorry. All right, you ready to call a guest?
We're ready.
Yeah. Let's talk to him.
Let's go ahead.
Let's talk to the kid. Let me get serious here.
So we have a former, potentially joining the show here, we have a former Mid-Valley basketball player, former Mid-Valley baseball player, center fielder, really did his
Golfer
thing.
also.
Golfer. So three-sport athlete here, joining the show now. I think he's on. He just didn't want to say anything during the introduction, I guess.
He's got-
There he
Joining
is.
the show
There he
now.
He's
is.
got the Hooper introduction done.
Aaron Polon.
What's up, guys?
What's going on
Yo,
there?
buddy.
AP, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing much.
How's life treating you?
Can't complain.
What are you doing these days?
Right now I'm home for the summer working, and then I'm gonna go back in the fall to Kings to finish up school.
What year are you going into?
I'll be done in the fall, so I'm a senior currently, technically, I guess.
Oh, good
Everyone.
God.
What are you gonna graduate with? Degree in what?
Criminal justice.
Okay, so you're gonna be a cop?
Well, we'll see about that. You never know.
I could only imagine you pulling
You
me
better
over somewhere.
Get pulled over by Aaron. You can get pulled over by Russo. There's plenty
Brad,
of Brad.
Kalinowski, too.
I love how I just get straight to comparison to Russo. Come on, Hoop.
Huh? I'm just saying these are all the
Straight
cops.
comparison to Russo.
I'm just saying these
Forrest
are all
Gump.
these are all the cops. All the people that could potentially pull you over
All-star lineup.
in NEPA.
I might just roll my window back up and drive away.
I'll turn right around. Don't worry.
I'll turn right around.
Oh God.
So seriously, what would you, if you were out looking for that job now, what would you be doing with criminal justice?
Definitely going to apply for the state police. Actually, I have to give a shout out to Brad Kalinowski. He just got accepted. He's going to be leaving, I want to say late June, or maybe go another route like parole, juvenile parole, maybe something like that.
Nice. What are you doing now working?
Right now, I'm working for like a party rental company in
Where do you wanna see it?
Scranton Rental.
Oh, okay. What the hell are you doing, Hope?
I'm just so I can put the phone there. The one me and Tanner are using is a little wet from the cervezas that we're drinking.
Gotcha.
All right.
Nice. So how's Kings going?
King going good.
Yeah.
School's pretty well. I mean, we're going back to in person. We were pretty much in person all of last semester, but so we'll be back in like full swing in the fall, I would say.
Who you living with down there?
I just moved out of an apartment with Brad and Colin Hazelton. Now I'm moving across the street with JJ for my last semester.
Oh,
Well,
God.
JJ.
Before.
Oh, my God.
At first I was going to tell you good decision, then it went backwards on you. But
So what you're telling me is that instead of one semester, you're going to be down there for 7 more.
No, I'll hopefully be finishing.
I like how you changed it to hopefully.
JJ's in what now? 13 years?
JJ's younger than me, even though he might be graduating in the fall as well. But I think he's going to stick it out and stay the spring for basketball and
Is he
stuff.
graduating or are they kicking him out?
Nah, he's graduating.
He's not pulling a Van Wilder?
How's
Thinking
Hazelton
the
doing?
same thing.
Hazelton's doing good. He's
Yeah.
looking pretty good for football. I know they just finished up spring practice, and he was telling me some pretty good things about that.
Nice.
Nice. Tell him I said hello.
I will.
AP, did you – now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you play 2 years or 3 years at Kings baseball?
I played 2 years, but I only saw the field in one because I was ineligible my freshman year academically.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Hooper
Come
knows.
on.
Hooper knows what it looks like to see the field once when he was in high school, right?
True.
Hoop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Court. Yeah.
And now you were
Court.
a pitcher, correct?
Yeah, I was just a pitcher only
A
down
little
at Kings.
little PO when he got to college.
Now, what kind of jump was that like for you, going from pitching at Mid-Valley, kind of being somewhat competitive dominant, going to Kings and realizing, like, this isn't a joke anymore?
Yeah, it was definitely different. I mean, just walking in, you could tell right away that the small town, like, small team kind of, I want to say, like, friendship was gone. I mean, I went there. I knew a couple kids, but a lot of the kids were out of the area, so you weren't really close with a lot of kids, and also, like, the mentality was a lot of different.
Right.
Where, like, more of high school, you're for the team and stuff, and then when you went to school, like, I mean, at least Kings, everybody was kind of, I mean, everybody's out for fighting for a spot, so
It's every
it's
man
kind of
for
very,
himself to an
very
extent?
serious. Yeah.
Okay.
Who's coaching there at Kings when you played?
Who's coaching?
Yeah, who'd you play for?
Jerry Greeley.
Okay.
He's an athletic director, I want to say at Pocono Mountain East. He
Uh-huh.
coached for the Orioles. I think he still is coaching for like 20 years in their system for summer ball.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's a big baseball guy. Nice.
So, I mean, we had a string of, like, injury episodes. Probably should have got you on it in that string. But my first year coaching at Mid-Valley, you were a sophomore. You were out with a torn ACL. I actually have no idea how you tore your ACL.
Marywood.
Marywood.
Right.
Yeah, I toured Marywood during a JV game. We actually were getting the court done, so we had to move to a neutral site, and we played at Marywood. And there's actually a very weird thing with Marywood. Actually, my mom tore her ACL in the same gym
Wow.
No kidding.
during fall workouts for softball when she went there.
I don't know if you guys ever told me that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh.
Who did your surgery, Aaron?
I want to say Dr. Kelly from the University of Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Okay. What was your biggest challenge going through that?
I want to say getting back, like, obviously, like, it's definitely tough, as you know, Matt, but
Yeah, but Mike, I guess, like, how did you tear it? Was it like you came down to a jump stop, you were making a cut?
So there was a play, we were on offense, I think we were running high-low, we were playing against a 2-3. I had the ball in the short corner, and I threw it to the cutter down the lane, and either it hit off his hands or got tipped or something. The ball was going out of bounds.
Mhm.
The opposing team had it, and he was jumping out of bounds and was trying to throw it off of me, so I jumped up in the air, trying to read his eyes where he's trying to figure out where he's going with the ball.
Right.
So, like, when I came down trying to make a cut real quick, and then it just gave out.
Okay. So it was jumping up and down almost. So that had to be your biggest, like, mental aspect of getting over the injury, was being able to come down to that jump.
Yeah, jumping up and down was a little weird.
Okay.
I remember you going out, though. So did you take, like, you Tom, worked with Aaron coming back a little bit? Because I remember you guys out on the track,
Yeah.
I think working change of direction stuff.
Uh-huh.
So was that, like, the whole time, or when he was starting to get close, you kind of put him through
No, I was with him the whole time.
the whole time?
Yeah. Yeah. He
Yeah, Tom did my whole, like, physical therapy from surgery on to me getting cleared.
Yep.
So how was he in relation to, I mean, at this point we've talked about all the ACLs you've done. You worked with, right, Danielle, Matt. Like,
Right. Yeah. I mean, unless I'm forgetting something, Aaron, I think he was pretty good in terms of no real major hiccups or, kind of went
Oh, no, it was pretty
smooth
straightforward.
and yeah. Uneventful, in a good way, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty. I mean, we just did everything. There was no hiccups. I didn't have to stop or start again. Like, we just went straight through every program
Yeah.
and everything.
He was one too that showed up all the time.
Yeah.
Because as you know, Matt, and others that have done it, it's a long, grueling process and gets very, very boring and monotonous.
Some days are harder than others.
Yeah, and and sometimes guys or girls get lost and all right, well, I'm able to bend it now and do this, do that, so I'm going to go take a couple days and not stay regimented to your rehab and
Right.
and that wasn't the case with him.
I really wanted to get back as soon as possible. I know, because especially with basketball coming up and us losing, it was Jason Kenny's class. So there was a lot of open spots in the rotation. So I wanted to get back as soon as possible so I could just get in the rotation basically.
When did you get back? When did you get cleared?
I was cleared to golf very early, but I wasn't cleared for contact basketball. I think the first day of practice, I was
November.
cleared to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you played basketball 4 years at Mid Valley?
Yeah, I played freshman on the freshman team, and then sophomore year I was up on JV. Then I got hurt, and then played JV varsity junior year, and then basically all varsity all senior year.
Okay. And now, I can't really remember specifically. I've only saw a couple of games. But were you getting major minutes when you were senior year, or were you kind of depending on the game type of minutes?
I actually started for the first 15, 16 games. I think the first half championship is when I made the move to the bench, but I was still in the game.
Right.
I would say decent minutes. I would give RJ breaks, or if we were going
Okay.
with different things, or we had two big guys I would play. And we went a lot of zone towards the end of the year, my senior year. So we were on the court. Me and RJ were on the court together sometimes more often back then when we were in zone.
So then that's going to lead me to my next question is, what was that mental aspect for you going from being the starter and then going to coming off the bench, or was it kind of just hey, I'm here for the team, whatever the team needs, I'm going to do it?
That's basically what it was. I mean, when I was starting, it wasn't like I was dropping 30 a game. Gosh, it would be awesome if I had 4 or 5 points.
Right.
So, I would just get in there, try to give RJ a break as best I can, just make sure where I was on defense was in the right spot, grab rebounds, get it to the guards, and they would just take off down the floor.
Yeah, that's exactly, man. I wish more players had that type of mindset of just buying into the role, doing what the team needs, all that type of stuff. That's awesome.
100%. I will say this about Aaron when it translates over to baseball. Very realistic. He knew his role, he knew his limitations. He just wanted to be on the field and help whatever way. And I'll give him tons of credit for that. Actually, how many years did you start? How many years were you the center fielder for baseball? Were you center field your junior and senior year, or just your senior year?
I started and left my junior year.
Was Cody was still there?
Yeah, Cody was in center for my junior year, so I started and left.
Yeah,
but then I made the move to center my senior year.
I'll tell you what, when I saw him in center field, I've never seen someone track a ball down as well as I've seen him.
Off the bat, right? And that's what I'm saying. With his limitations, right? Aaron knew he wasn't the fastest guy. But in 7 years, he probably is the best center fielder we've had just because off the bat, what he lacked for in straight line speed, he was able to read it quick and
get to that spot
and get there,
right.
Get the ball.
And he's a smart
kid. That was my biggest
He's
thing,
smart.
Just taking the best path.
Yeah.
AP, you know baseball. You've grown up playing it. You understood situations how.
He's smart.
Yeah, I'll give him baseball smart. I'll give him that.
We're talking Aaron Polon.
I know.
Right.
I'll give him some baseball smarts. I'll give him that.
Pipe down over there.
Make us try to fall asleep for 5 minutes.
I'm just saying he understood situations. He understood what teams are trying to get to do or trying to do to him or to the team, and he read it well.
Especially me sitting my sophomore year, because of injury, I got to see many different scenarios that I just put in the back of my head and was hey, when I'm out there,
this is what I want to do here.
This could happen. I've seen it happen. You know what I'm saying? So
and also your sophomore year, you got to sit, so you got to get in really good with Coach Gumsey for that 1 year or that 2 years that he was there.
You know Coach Gums?
Got you in trouble a little bit, huh? Not his best.
Coach Gumsey was a good guy.
Dude, he was.
Coach Runco as well. Coach Runco was there.
Coach Runco. Yep, we just read his report card, but I'll never forget. When you were out your sophomore year, I can't remember if that was his only year, if he helped out a little bit the next year, but Coach Crope, he doesn't like you talking about the other team, right? If you're going to, loves the energy, wants you to chat people up, but it's your own guys, right? Say nothing about anyone on their team. So Gumsey was in there, right? Gumsey comes from a different era, right? Cal era. A little bit of a free-for-all. So he's, saying some things and giving them some ideas, right? So I forget who we're playing. It's at Mid-Valley. Kid makes a pickoff move. Right, he goes, yeah, not his best. I don't know if he actually told Aaron to yell it. Aaron decides to yell, yeah, hey, not his best. Crope from third base just makes a beeline.
To the bench.
Hey. We're talking about our guys, not their guys. And Gumsey's just laughing oh, Sorry, Aaron.
Sorry,
My
kid.
bad. I didn't know. I'm just sitting next to Gumsy. I'm like dying. Aaron, Aaron wasn't doing anything else. Aaron was out with the ACL. He was just there trying to entertain himself, right? Getting in good with Gumsy. Gumsy got him in trouble.
That year as well, I think we were in the district's playoffs. We were playing Hanover, and it was like that year. Like that game, we would have went to the district championship if we
that
won
was
that game.
the Rock game, right?
Yeah, so I remember being in school, and I was like, you know what, like any way to help these guys. So I went on Google and I had a 3-page long list of just one-liners that I sat in the back of the dugout and just yelled. And I said real questionable one, and Kropa rang me out again on that.
You were only trying to help the
I've
team.
heard of a lot of things.
Yeah,
Like
it was only-
I've
it
done
was
some
only
research on like
positive.
opponents, like to see like who they were dating and like what was going on in like their personal lives. I've never gone home, looked up things to say to people, and brought a page of things I'm gonna say to them in a game though.
Should have.
I wish I did.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed I never pulled a move like that.
I see Tom here. For those of you not watching on YouTube, you might be seeing Tom. He's looking up, getting real nervous
I
here
am
because
real
we
nervous.
have
We got some clouds rolling in.
quite the storm. Looking like it's about to roll in. We got a lot of electric equipment out here. Looks like it's gonna downpour on us. Tom's nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine.
If it does, you might get thrown in the pool.
So
With
off the pot.
With
We-
the golf. With the
All
golf
right, now that
club.
we talked about the weather, thanks for the weather update, Hoop.
Yeah.
AP, what? How did you choose Kings? What went into that decision making?
Basically, I was looking at a couple schools around here. I mean, knowing that a couple of the kids in the grade ahead of me
Good
went
bless
to
you.
Kings. They liked it and had a good experience with it. And then I want to say it was like the winter
No.
of senior year. The baseball team reached out to me. One of the coaches.
Okay,
reached
that's what I
out
was gonna
and
ask you.
said-
You got recruited?
Yeah, they basically said that we would like to have you on the team. So I went down for a visit, stopped at Ethan and Cody's house, and I was pretty much sold that day.
Okay.
Ethan and Cody's house.
Yeah, they
That's sealed
That's
it
what
up,
that's what sold the deal.
Well, I mean, not only that. I mean, the program was nice. I like the practice because Ethan was on the team at that time. So I went to practice with Ethan.
Did you go underwater, bud?
Yeah, yeah. You underwater?
He might be going down the turnpike. He's in
Hello?
the tunnel.
Okay, yeah. You got us.
He got out of
Yeah.
Yeah.
You going down the turnpike? You in the
No.
Lehigh Tunnel? No, all right.
Tanner needed a ride if you were going.
And they were recruiting you to be a pitcher. They didn't want you playing.
Yeah,
Okay.
a pitcher. I mean, I could have tried out to like play a position, but I mean, I didn't have the greatest bat in high school or the stats to go with it, so I kind of just stuck with pitching, and was just trying to get a spot, at least coming out of the bullpen.
And again, that's another thing going back to him. Like I said before, like understanding his right. With your senior year, you struggled with the bat. Like you were.
No, yeah, it'd be a
sugarcoat
great
it,
day if
Hoop.
I touched first
No, I'm
base.
this is why I know he can handle like low 200s, and like there were a couple times that you would get DH for, and like it was never like, no, I'm just in a slump. I need to break out of it. It was like I understand right now. I'm not currently producing with the bat. So, yes, I understand you're going to try to put someone else in there who can produce. Like, he got
Yeah.
it. Same thing with pitching, right? He used to, like, change his arm angles and try to, like, submarine it and anything because he knew he wasn't throwing.
wasn't powering the ball,
He wasn't
yeah.
powering it by guys. He was
Right.
throwing, mid-70s, right? So he's changing arm angles, going submarine. Like, he was super smart.
Aaron.
Yeah, I have actually a pretty funny story about that one.
Go ahead.
When I was I want to say my junior year, we were in the gym, and I was like throwing off like the plastic mound. I was messing around with my arm, and I noticed like my ball tailing a little bit, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Maybe I'll add this. But then there was like a Saturday practice. I want to say we were doing inter squad, and I was pitching, and I had to face RJ Goolsbury, which is never a good thing because he's the catcher, so like he knows everything that's about to come to him, so you're at a disadvantage already. And I threw a fastball, and he took it about 400 to center. I didn't even have to pick my head up. So I got a little smack from that. And then the next guy, I tried to sneak a change up on Cody Bukevich, and he took me over the fence. Down at second base, and everybody's like, so Cody was flipping with a bird.
But I don't know what
So-
you're doing right now, but it sounds like you're going underwater and then just popping your head back up and trying to talk to us.
It
He's
might
in a
be the
dunk
service
tank.
at my house.
I don't know, maybe like step outside for a split second.
I
but-
am outside. That's the worst part.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I'll try moving though.
so after RJ, who took you deep?
Cody.
Cody.
Cody McKelvey.
Cody.
I got a
Cody took
question.
me deep, and then that day I was like, you know what? I'm never going over the top again. So I just went down low, and it worked out for me.
So I asked Veroxa the same question when he was on the show. Could you strike out Hooper?
100%.
3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
What?
Wow.
3 pitches. I love that confidence.
100%.
Have you?
I might get a foul tip on one if he could
He
throw
was a
strikes.
lot more confidence
That's
against
still a
Alex
strike,
than
though.
he is AP.
No way. I said the same thing about Al. I said 100%.
No, you were a lot
No
more
way.
confident with him.
Hooper, do you bat lefty if I recall?
Yeah,
You bet
Oh, yeah,
lefty?
no shot.
even worse. Yeah, lefty-lefty
Oh.
matchup, not good for me.
Have you ever been on the field when Hooper
I
hit a
golf right,
fungo?
yes.
Have I ever been on the
mind-boggling.
field with Hooper with what?
With Hooper hitting fungos.
Yeah, it's more like ground balls.
More like
Ground ball.
I
That was-
wish.
that was-
I wish it
they
was.
would have been the safe days.
Yeah, those were the safe days.
Well, I mean, that was early. I feel like you didn't start coaching until right about then, so I don't know how good you had practice
Oh, yeah.
prior.
No, first
Oh,
year
he-
coaching was your
yeah.
ACL year.
He's gotten worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got no, accuracies. The swing, fantastic. Accuracy, not great.
Oh God.
AP, you got any good stories from the Mid-Valley basketball days with Noah in them? Any stories I don't really get from Noah, maybe you can tell me?
Let me think. I mean, Noah, I want to say, obviously, I think my senior year, if we had a reality TV show, it would be must-watch. There was a lot of
Yeah.
personalities in one little room, and it would have been must-watch television.
I mean, you had
That was-
Brad, Noah, RJ, Brendan Davies.
Was that the year Jack ripped up the
Yes.
Tell me
game
that
plan?
story. Please tell me that story.
This
guys.
was phenomenal. Because I had just come back into the gym from a school board meeting, so I'm all dressed up and everything, and I just walking in.
Yeah.
Last couple minutes of practice, and this is
See
what I
what's
walk
going
into.
on, right? Okay.
Yeah, here you go.
Okay, Aaron, what do we got?
So, yeah, it was, I want to say we were playing West Side either the
Yeah, it
next
was.
day or the day after that. But it was like close to the holidays, so all the kids were in, all the older kids. So usually you know how it goes, like all the older kids will come in and scrimmage us. And the first team was off like the floor. Like we just ran through our plays, we were off, the second and third team were in. So I want to say Abda went to use the bathroom, so it wasn't on the floor. So Kelly had the whole gym and us. So like we were just like kind of just bullshitting a little bit, like on the half-court line. And we weren't even paying much attention to Jack. And all you hear is him go, "Yep, that's it." He starts ripping the scouting report up in our face.
2-3 pages
Freaking out.
of paper.
Freaking out. He's like, "If you guys don't want to be serious, then I don't want to be serious." And right at the tail end of that, Abda walks out of the locker room and he's like, "What's going on?" So like Jack tells him what's going on basically.
He threw
We
him
had
in
to
the
run
air,
for it.
everything.
Just started
Oh, yeah.
spreading down like confetti.
Yeah.
Now,
It was a mess.
I wish the story was Jack went to go tear his 3-page scouting report and couldn't tear it. That would have been
No, he tore.
phenomenal.
He tore him out. He tore him up. He's freaking out.
Spraying everywhere.
Right? Spraying everywhere. Throws the papers. There had to be it ripped up into 40 little pieces of paper, right? Now he's got to pick them up off the court, so now he's mad even more. And then that's the only copy of the scouting report that he probably spent.
So now he's trying to
hours
pick up the
upon
pieces
hours
to
of
try to read it?
West personnel and plays and so on and so forth.
trying to tape them back together.
It was
Oh God.
it was one of the best ones.
That was funny. That was a funny day.
You ever get yelled at by Jack throughout the games?
Definitely for 3-quartering or something, or being post behind. You would know. I mean, he would just yell about anything.
Were you ever in
No.
the spray zone like Noah?
Yeah. Oh
If you're in the gym, you're in the zone.
Oh God. Is that why you don't want him to be your broadcast partner for the alumni game, Tom? You don't want to be in the zone?
We'll make sure I have the COVID plexiglass up in the that'll stay permanent when Jack's in.
Aaron, what got you into golf? I feel like that was a kind of
Now that's the one. Those guys in the gym, but they all golf together, right?
That's what I don't get.
You,
Yeah.
Noah,
Yeah.
Brad, RJ. Can you imagine?
Like, you guys have to be going each other's necks when you hit a bad shot when you're doing, like, team matches or something like that.
golf was pretty laid back. It's a laid back sport. I mean, I got into golf actually from my mom. I would go with her all the time. She golfed avidly when I was younger, so I would go with her. So I always had a club in my hands. Never really great at it though until I got to high school.
And
And
you
I mean,
really got
Scotty,
serious about it?
Yeah, Scotty was huge with that though, because I mean, he was our coach, but he also taught every great golfer in this area. So we got free lessons basically.
Yeah, he's good.
Right.
Yeah, you can't beat
But
that.
yeah, I mean, in practice, don't get me wrong, we'd be going at it here and there, yelling at each other. But on the golf course, it was like a relaxation thing for us. Honestly, it was kind of like a little vacation from ABBA. So like we were just happy.
Nice.
Who was your partner? So what were the pairings? Was it Noah, Brad, you, RJ?
I played with RJ. We were like the 1 and 2. In golf, it goes 1 through 6.
Right.
So you could move like players per match.
Right.
But going into our senior year, I mean, we had like a pretty good team. We were very good. Even Mariah Minter was on the team that year, so like we had a pretty
she was
solid
really
six.
good.
So
wow,
me and
you had
RJ
a
played at the
solid
top.
team, right?
Yeah, me and RJ played at the top, and Brad played with Evan Collins.
Wow.
Oh, that's who.
What,
yep.
Evan Collins?
Evan was the 6th, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
So, transition. We cover basketball, golf. Favorite baseball story? What kind of baseball stories did you get that, you know?
I mean, I want to say my junior year, that was the year. We were we were very good. Probably the favorite baseball story of that year, I mean, practices were pretty loose. I mean, in the outfield, like, we were lax. We were very serious when it came to, like, our technique and work like that. But during batting practice and stuff, like, it was pretty lax. But, like, you would always have to look out for Cody just tackling you or something. But,
driving his car through the practice field.
yeah. He was a loose cannon.
He was a loose cannon. Oh, my
But
God.
I want to say my favorite story out of that year, though. That would be actually my sophomore year. I wasn't playing at the time, but my favorite baseball story, the craziest one I've probably ever seen, was we were playing Lakeland for the league at Lakeland. Nemitz was pitching. He threw a gem, actually. But it came down to a scenario. Cody was at the plate, and they tried pitching out against Cody. And I don't know if he stepped over the plate or extended his arms, and he hit a triple. It was a game-winning hit. But it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. The ball was so far out of the zone, and he just somehow got his bat on it and swung left center gap. He's a lefty, so they were shading him to the side. And it was just the perfect game-winning hit. It was the craziest thing, but it worked for us.
Was that the same year Donlin got the squeeze
squeezes?
down?
Yeah.
Against
Yeah,
Dunmore
I
at
think
our
he had
place?
two squeezes.
That was
To
the
win
year
the game?
the year of destiny, yeah, where we won the league. We haven't won one since, but yeah, that was like you said, we talked about it on the Al episode. That was the perfect team. You had the leadership coming from Nemitz and Al, two different types of leaders, right? Al was quiet, went about his business. Nemitz was like, "Yeah, let's go,
Fire you up."
like fire you up." And then
Nemitz actually caught a comebacker in that game and yelled to the guy running down the first base line, "Give me that shit."
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you had just like everyone at like Ethan had a great year swinging the
Yeah.
bat. Shawnee had a great year. Shawnee Homanchak.
I think
Cody-
Sean was all region that year.
Yeah, I think that was the year, right? Because you
Yep.
were out, right? JJ started as a freshman. Like it was just
Right.
It was like the team of destiny, and then I don't know if you would agree or not. I don't want you to throw anyone under the bus, but I was talking about when we had Al on, like the next year, right? We had those shirts printed out, bullseye on our back, and I just felt like the leadership.
I feel
that
like
year,
that's just putting
Yeah, no, we knew, like we
setting
wanted
up for disaster.
Yeah, we wanted
I'm
to.
just
and
throwing
then
that out there.
It was just, we wanted to make sure that everyone knew, like, you're getting everyone's best shot. We won the league, like, you're getting everyone's best shot. And I feel like the big difference between your sophomore year and your junior year was, like, just the leadership wasn't there, right? Al and Zach are just phenomenal leaders. They were, like, the glue that kind of held the team together, and then we just didn't have that the next year.
I want to say the leadership definitely fell off a little bit, but I didn't think it was that bad. I want to say the pitching was the issue. You lose Nemitz, who is the pitcher of the year, and Alex threw phenomenal his senior year. So you lose your top two starters, and then
True.
I think, like,
That
if I
is true.
remember correctly, it was basically Donlin was our one. RJ would pitch. RJ had a good year our junior year. and then myself, and then Billy McCallum and my Wallow. So we had some unexperienced guys going in the game there, especially Alex and Nemitz played early as freshmen, I think.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, pitching wise. Yeah, no,
so we lost a lot of game experience pitching wise.
That's a good point. That was the year. The Holy Cross game, right? At Washington, where they just laid a beating on us in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Chuff called me in from the outfield. Do you remember that one?
No, I was there. I don't remember. Tell me what.
I want to say RJ was pitching, and he gave up 2 home runs. I want to say
RJ was pitching. Yes.
Yeah, he gave up 2 home runs, but they were wall scrapers. Like, I played left that year, and they just made it over the bridge. We were playing in Mid Valley. I could have caught those balls, at least one of them.
But over
so
the
on the
Merv,
second one, on the second one, I got a little mad, and I spiked my glove off the ground during that.
I can already see where this is going.
It makes sense. You don't even have to finish. Just it makes sense.
Go
to
ahead.
us.
Go ahead.
And Chuff calls a mound visit and gets to the mound, and you know something's off when you get the outfield called in a mound visit.
Everybody.
No. He starts pointing to the outfield like, "Come on in too. I need to talk to you."
Was it the whole outfield or just you? Because it would
no, the whole outfield.
Okay.
But as soon as that happened, I knew exactly what was about to go down. I was like, "Oh."
Chuff knew how to do it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he had some kind words, but I mean, I was definitely out of line for doing that. So.
Yeah, that was the best part about Chuff. He does not care. Like, unconventional, like, he'll call mound visit to rip you apart. Like, you know what I mean? And I love it about him.
Yeah. The one that I think it was your senior year. I had one of my locker freak out moments during basketball.
My senior year?
That was my junior year.
It was your junior year?
That was a great one, yeah.
Huh,
so
who's the story?
Who was the senior that year? I thought it was your senior year.
No, it was Roman.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because we didn't play Blue Ridge my senior year, but I'll never forget that one.
Who else was a senior that year?
I got to hear
Roman
this story.
Just Roman.
Oh, okay.
I got to hear this story between what happened. No.
They were playing like dog shit against Blue Ridge. Go ahead, tell them.
So yeah, we were in the locker room, and like you walk in the locker room, you sit down for about 2 seconds. Coaches have the meeting outside, and then they'll walk in and tell you what you need to do or what you're doing good and what you're doing bad. And normally Tom would never walk in first. Like, he walks in like in the row. Abda walks in and leave the show, and all you hear is clapping starting. We were down. We might have been up 1 point or 2 points, but all you hear is clapping started. And like, we're walking in, and we just pick our heads up. We're like, what's going on? And we're like, oh, you guys are doing great. And then 5-6 minutes of just ripping into us about how like we're so bad and the program fell in 1 half.
Attaboy.
I don't know if Tom called it or Abda called it, but the starters didn't play to the 4th quarter after that. The whole second team played the 3rd quarter.
Dude, I feel like I've never seen you have that freak out. Like, I don't think you've ever had one.
He headbutted me.
I don't think you've ever had one on the girls' side. I think you've been close a couple, but you just like to tell, like, I'm saying just speaking. Like speaking,
right,
like this is what I see.
Right,
get to the point where you're so frustrated with the girls' basketball team that, like, hey, like, this is a dose of reality. I don't think you've ever gotten to that point.
No.
Where you actually talked in the locker room. You've been you come in the locker room. I've seen you in there a bunch, but like you've never, Yeah, no,
I had a couple basketball, a couple football.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever saw that. It was definitely different, but I mean, you got to respect it. He's trying to fire us up. Something had to change because we were in a dogfight with a team that we should have never been in a game with.
This was back right before the power ratings, right?
Okay.
And I'm in the middle of doing a ton of work on it because I was on a committee to try to get moving to the power rating. And naturally back then you were seeded based on your league record and you know
maybe one of your crossovers or whatever.
So we'd be battling in Division III, and you know, whoever our number one team would be, saying, you know, AA, AAA, whatever, right, classification we want to talk about. You'd have like Montrose or Blue Ridge or one of these guys up in Division IV, and their undefeated is not equal to our undefeated. Right. And you know, so we're making that case that Division III is much tougher than Division IV, so you should get
More points if you beat it. Right,
yeah.
absolutely.
Well, it comes. We're at the game. It's at our place. We're playing Blue Ridge. I have a meeting the next day.
And then you have to go say, like,
And
why we need to do this.
I'm watching this, right?
Right.
Getting mad. And I came in, and my sarcastic self, I'm like, that a boy? Great game, fellas. Great game, fellas. And then I totally, they're like, huh? What's
Complete
going on?
180.
Oh, right 180. I'm going, I got to go tomorrow and argue that we're better than Division 4, and this is what you guys are doing? Right?
That's awesome.
I think he went out and blew him out, though, then, right?
No, yeah, we definitely won it.
Took care of
comfortably. I want
business,
to say
yeah.
15, 16.
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny.
They were also playing out of their minds.
They
I want
were.
to say their
They
one
were.
kid, the kid Brad was guarding. He had like 22 at half, but like they were all BS, like turnaround.
That happened
jump
all
shots.
the time.
Yeah.
So, Aaron, you had some pretty good basketball teams you saw growing up, some pretty good baseball teams with Rebar, Demian, Carmendelli. How did that play into you kind of coming into the system and what you wanted to accomplish after watching all those teams?
You just want to go right in and fill their shoes. I mean, they all had success. You want to have success. You want to be that guy that people look up to when we were in that grade. I mean, I remember watching those teams, and you're just sitting there like, when's my turn? You know? Like,
Right.
I want to do this.
Who was, like, your biggest inspiration throughout Mid-Valley? Like, who would you say kind of, like, this is the guy I kind of want to be as good, if not better than? Whether it was baseball, basketball, golf, whatever it may have been.
Baseball, I mean, I would have to go with either Rock or Rebar. I mean, Rock pitched well, and hit fairly well, and he was also like a team guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was a team guy early. I think he was one of the first captains to be a captain, like as an underclassman, I want to say.
Right.
So like that was pretty big. Or I mean, obviously your team like Matt Ronnie, but I mean I got the front row seat for Jason, so like that was pretty big too.
Right, absolutely.
And Mo too, because I mean, and Danny.
Mo, Danny,
like,
yeah.
They were the guys I don't care really talked about on that team.
I mean,
Danny was huge for them, and Mo.
Danny doesn't say a word, but he'll show you on the court that he means business.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard a kid say I suck more than
Danny would.
Danny.
Yeah.
Danny.
Yeah.
I've never seen a kid that struggled to make a layup but never practice a layup throughout the pregame warm up.
Just not.
Like you get your 15 minutes to warm up.
It's like I ain't doing
you do
this
your
in front-
layups and everything.
You want me to do this in front of everybody?
Yeah, so like everybody else is like
Take my chances.
taking like game shots. Like I'm gonna do some pull-up jumpers at the elbow. I'm gonna take some free throws and whatnot. Danny Wood, nah, he's at the 3-point line just jacking up threes.
Not a three-point shooter, I'm guessing.
He doesn't even shoot threes. Never shot a three once in the game, but he's out there just attempting threes.
That's awesome.
But
That
I mean,
is
he
awesome.
made it work. He did his role. He was like Aaron. He was committed to his role, and that's what you couldn't ask anything else from him.
Aaron, my $1 million question, right?
Yeah.
Is
Getting us some flack.
having played a variety of sports. You played in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
if you had to put down on paper and characterize the most perfect coach? Doesn't matter the sport. Sport's irrelevant. The most perfect coach. What would that coach? How would that coach be? What would that coach do?
I think we had a great formula like through the basketball. Like I mean, you had Abda who like got on you. He knew what he was trying to do. Like he would always light the fire. He knew X's and O's. And Kelly was phenomenal. I mean, that guy. We would play 2 games a week, but every game we had a 6-page scouting report with tendencies, sidelines out of bounds, baseline out of bounds, and like all that stuff. So he was huge on the X's and O's and film and everything. Like he did a lot for us. And then Gally even. Like Gally's the awesome player coach. I played JV with Gally. He was awesome. Like I throw those three together, and you had a pretty great coach.
Okay.
Maybe a little Coach Dempsey wisdom too.
Coach who?
Dempsey.
Oh, okay.
Coach
Right.
Dempsey
So
Right.
you would go Coach Demps. That's why I have this understanding. You would go Coach Demps wisdom, Coach Galley with the player coach, just to be able to relate to you. Coach Kelly in the aspect of scouting, and Abda and pushing those right buttons for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I can totally agree with that statement. Who was your favorite coach middle school, high school, little league,
I would have to say
college.
Chuff, honestly.
Who?
Chuff was awesome. Coach
Chuff.
Chuff.
Why?
Yeah. I mean, well, I had Coach Chuff, gosh, 7th grade basketball, 7th and 8th grade junior high. We just, like, had a great relationship. Plus, he was, like, a kind of a laid-back guy. I'm not too much of a serious person, as you guys know, so.
You're not serious?
Or smart.
Oh, wow. Tom just coming at you here.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
But unbelievable.
I love it.
We're never gonna get other people to want to come on because you're just gonna throw shade at them.
I'm not going to
the
lie.
whole
I feel like
time.
I'm glowing right now.
That's awesome.
I did it to them all while they were in school.
That's
Why
true.
does it want to
That's
stop
true.
now?
Yeah.
Like, I'm white, but I look really
never
white.
Tom's always coming for my neck.
Yeah.
So, Coach Chuff, that's pretty cool.
Good. He doesn't listen to this, but he'll literally make me find the clip of you saying this.
You might want to
So
write it down.
hour and 17 in, hour 15 after we cut some stuff out. So
Write it down.
my big thing, like, I'll give you credit. So 7 years, I'm gonna say the hardest senior class, like after a baseball season, potentially, like, you know, it sucks. You lose that last game, right, out with the seniors. You know, it's tough. Like, you never know what to say. I'll say when Aaron and RJ, like when whatever class that was, our last game, I don't even remember what the game was. I didn't say anything because Aaron and RJ, in terms of what I do with, like, the baseball guys, like lifting and stuff, now, you know, I'll get whatever, 12, 13 guys. Like, I'm the lifting guy for baseball. It started with, you know, Aaron and RJ, and they would show up, and we'd do our thing, and they always respected my time, and they always came in and they worked their balls off. The original four are actually Aaron, RJ, Marky Longo, and Kaharski.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to say JJ was there a little bit, too,
Occasionally,
I wanna say.
JJ would be doing his own
Yeah.
thing, and he'd be like, "Oh, can I come to condition?" Like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's true. He would
Yeah.
he would come condition with us a lot.
Aaron would show up. He'd always take his shirt off. I'd be like, "Bud, put your shirt back on." Like, all right.
All right, you got my respect right then and there, AP.
Yeah, I can't,
Right then and
can't do
there.
it these days, but
Why not?
getting a little bigger these days, you know?
Oh,
You?
yeah?
I gotcha. Are you
Yeah, I
gonna
mean,
be?
I'm still in shape, but
Yeah.
I've definitely put pounds on since high school. God, I was
What
18,
shape are you
16.
in? Like, you can go run
Yeah.
a 40, like, what?
You're not in shape.
Why? Who are you lying to? When's the last time you actually went outside and ran?
You might beat Hooper in a 40, but that's about it.
I mean, I don't run, like, hard, but I play, like, slow pitch softball still. Like, I'm still getting active a little bit.
You're going to call that, like,
You play center field?
activity, though?
There's four. Like,
I
outfielders, so,
play,
like,
yeah,
left, center, right center.
left center, right center. You play left center. That's the
But you can't
Yeah.
bullshit a bullshitter.
Okay.
Like, come on. You're jogging down the line. Let's not get crazy.
pretty much. He's trying to ask you how many minutes you're gonna play in the alumni game this year before you're tugging on your shirt asking for a sub.
I'm going to give
Oh,
you
God,
a minute and a
I'll
half.
put- Yeah, that's right. The cap I was about to say. Like, maybe, you know what? I'll make it 2 minutes now, just to get Matt for out of spite.
Okay.
I guarantee you will not be running up and down that court for 2 minutes straight. Guaranteed.
All right, we'll see.
He's going to go start running wind sprints right now up Washington Street.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hit the track and wash real quick. I'll be back.
Oh, man.
God.
So I asked this to all the guys. This is kind of a dual question for you, AP. We'll start with basketball first. If you could have played with anybody in their prime and you're in your prime at Mid-Valley, who would it have been? You get three guys. Anybody.
3 guys from basketball.
3 guys from basketball. Anybody you could have played with that you wanted to be on the basketball court with.
All right, so I would say probably you, Ronnie, and Alex, because you guys were older. Like, I played with Jay,
Right.
so, like, that was cool. But yeah, I never got to play with Alex. Like, I would be at summer like open gyms and stuff with Alex, but I never got to like really get on the court with Alex.
Right.
And then you and Ronnie, I mean, we've definitely, when you guys came to scrimmage and stuff, like, we've been on the court, but it's not the same. I remember you used to facilitate the ball a little bit. You give me some layups, and then Ronnie was like awesome. Like, even when he would come play, like, he would just push me as hard as I could get pushed, be pinching me and stuff, even though we're still in process. So, like, he's out of the league, like,
Dude, you and Ronnie are popular for that question.
They're all kissing their ass.
Yeah, I'd kiss my ass too. But for baseball, who would be your 3 guys that you could have been on the baseball field with on the diamond?
Let's see. I mean, Rebar definitely, I would say.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I played with a bunch of guys that were great. I never played with Nick Demian. That would be a cool guy to play with. He was pretty good.
Who'd you say?
Nick Demian?
Nick Demian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And John Runkel.
And then, yeah, actually, Coach Runkel, 100%.
Sleeper.
Dude.
What a sleeper.
Coach
Sleeper.
What a
Runkel.
sleeper.
Dude, I think
That is.
he's gonna enjoy this episode. I think I did not tell him who was coming on. I think he's gonna enjoy.
Oh, he's going to
I
love
think
it,
you're
yeah.
one of his favorite.
Wasn't he one of your coaches in the 7th
Oh,
grade
yeah.
days?
Yeah.
Seventh
Oh,
grade
yeah.
days.
Those-
7th grade
He was
basketball?
around for-
Speaking of that, do you have any good Jonathan Runko stories?
They were the belt and sunglasses days.
the underwear on
Underwear
backwards?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Nice. You got a good Coach Runk story there?
I mean,
It's okay if you don't.
it's gonna be hilarious, and he's gonna hate on me this, but like,
Perfect.
Perfect. That's exactly,
Exactly what I wanted.
so like 7th and 8th grade, we'd run a ton, and he would just run us till we like passed out almost. We would run a lot, but it conditioned us, and it was nice. But like Chuff would always be given like the rundown and stuff, and there would be Runko like in the back shooting baskets, and through the whole season, I don't think I've ever seen him like make a shot. Like, he was just playing.
He's got a
Like
hooper jumper.
you're paying attention to Chuff, but you're still watching Runko like, walk around, like pick up the ball. Like.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll give it to him. In high school, no, he didn't have a hooper jumper. In high school, he was good from like 15 feet out. He knocked down a lot of jumpers. So I guess he must have lost it from senior year to whenever he coached you in 7th grade. He must have lost it.
Must have been a little rusty.
Yeah. Must have been seeing 3 rims or something like that. I don't know.
I think the last time I seriously ran was with these guys.
That was the last time you seriously like got up and down?
No, not play basketball. I mean physically run.
Like just in.
I think it was when they were freshmen with Chuff. He would make them run 17s all the time.
And you ran a 17?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, guys, because they're half-assing it here and there.
Oh, and you're
I'd be
like, if I
guys,
can do this.
Yeah, I haven't run a 17 in 10 years. If I beat any of you, you should just not be
Did
here.
you actually like try?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. By the time I got through to 17, I think I was wheezing for 3 days. I'm spinning, I'm dizzy, and all I'm sitting there going is,
Why'd I do this? Why'd I do this?
Well, that's one, and then I can't let these kids see me like this. I got to play this cool. My
This is
chest hurt
nothing.
for days. And I'm like, that's it. I'm done.
Done. Never run a 17 again.
Never did.
Yeah.
I don't think I ran a 2.
Good.
Well,
All right.
Nice.
Anyone else got anything for
no,
Aaron?
I thought this was
Oh, buddy.
very informative.
How's mom doing? All right.
Yeah, she's hanging out. She's
Good.
hanging in there, you know.
Good. Tell her I said hello.
I will.
AP, when we going to get on the course?
Oh God, I swung I went out to the range once and it was pretty crappy. I haven't even picked up a club in a while. I got to get back to it. So maybe soon.
I mean, I'd love to
Maybe
get on the course.
maybe Mid-Valley tournament if you want to have a scrub on your team.
I do need a
pick me up.
team. I do need a
What,
team.
the football tournament? Oh, nice. That'd be fun.
Hoop, are you going to do the Choop inaugural tournament?
It's the
Not
chooping it
annual.
up. It's not
annual.
It's
Not
not.
annual. I did inaugural.
It's not hoop. It's chooping it up.
Chooping
so
it up.
So it would be. We'd have to. Three
it's
of
the
us.
three of us.
We'd have to take. We'd have to figure it out. Not just me.
Yeah, we can figure it out.
We can figure it out.
All right.
We'll get some teams.
Well, Aaron, it's been a pleasure for my aspect of this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, buddy. It was good hearing from you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Let us know when you want to get on the course, and
Let us know when you want to be live
yeah,
on the Choopin' It Up podcast.
Yeah,
everyone's,
maybe soon. Maybe soon.
everyone's gonna know where Tom lives after the summer.
It's all right. It's not like his house hasn't been egged before.
Easy. Easy.
All right, Air.
All right, buddy.
Good talking to you.
AP,
All right,
stay
thanks.
good, buddy.
Hey, thanks for
I'll see you
thanks
soon.
for coming on, dude.
No problem. Talk to you later.
Hey,
See
we'll
ya.
see you.
All right, bye.
Another good one.
Yeah.
Another good one. This was, we got this light shining directly in our faces.
Yeah. How's
Yeah.
it look on the video, though?
I feel like it looks good. It's going to be great for TikTok. The storm looked like it was going to be in danger
What do you
halfway.
mean
right
it's going to
over.
look good for TikTok? I look like I'm a ghost.
The other option was pitch black.
Oh, God, we need better lighting. I blame the light, man.
Tom.
You ever swim with headphones on?
First time for everything. I am trying to get in there with the headphones on.
You could. I mean, how deep is it?
Do you think we have like wireless headphones that we can hook up?
Dude, you could probably go right there, not go underneath, and just stand right there from
Just-
the pool.
yeah.
Just stand there and do the podcast from the pool. And then when you're ready to come on, okay.
We would. You'd need a stool.
Huh?
We would do it. You would need a stool.
Sure, fuck. That's
Wow.
That's
Scrub it.
messed up, dude.
Scrub it.
Here it
I didn't
goes.
actually say the word.
Here
I
it
started to.
goes.
I held. That's. All right, guys. I feel like
So
that's.
who we got next week?
I have no idea. Hey, if you want to be on next week, you could do the Aaron route. So you could do the real thing, which is
G&M's.
G&M.
Go down there,
Go down
just
there,
say that
chooping
you
it up, sent
chooping
ya.
it, set ya.
Yep.
Or
You're on the show.
Mike will let us know. Or you could just do what Aaron did and just, DM. Go follow Chooping It Up Pod on Instagram and then DM us and let us know why you'd be a great guest, because that's what Aaron did, and he was the guest today. So
hey, shoot or shoot.
shoot or shoot.
Absolutely.
We'll let you on. Well,
All right.
it's been fun. Music's been playing.
Heck of a day.
Heck of a day. Matt, thank you for participating this week.
I do my part.
Thank you.
I bring the color to the color commentating.
Absolutely.
Some.
For sometimes. For Matt, Tom,
Ooh.
see you next week.
It's been a pleasure.
Good night.
It's been a pleasure. I was waiting for it. It's been a pleasure.